Thursday morning means only one thing. I'm back to break up the doom scrolling down the newsfeed with a brand new episode of The Starketer on what is an incredibly grim and grey day here in Leeds. Despite that, we're back with episode 3. Now, continuing on with the theme of the basics, those first few weeks of the function, the key activity that I want to share with you this week is all about curating your personas. So, who are you marketing to? In effect, and it's all about thinking about maybe the different levels of seniority within those personas and tailoring the message accordingly. So a way that I really like to think about it is, say, with a 3-tier system. So at the top we've got the decision makers, the really senior people who aren't going to be probably engaging with your technology or your offering each and every day, but you really have to secure their buy-in to get the deal complete in the first place. Secondly is what I call the internal champion. So this might be a mid-level manager. It's someone who's going to get probably the most value out of your technology and become almost your brand ambassador internally within the client organization. And then lastly is the end user. So someone who is just using the technology every day to help them do their job. And what I mean by creating the personas is taking a step back and thinking individually for these 3, maybe 4 or 5, whatever your offering is, then maybe more, but taking the time to think what part of our technology, our offering, is going to resonate most with them. What pain do they have that we can solve that is specific to something that they experience, and taking that into your marketing and understanding how we can maybe alternate the message depending on the space we're occupying, so that when we're occupying the space of a decision maker, we're talking about issues that are going to really resonate with them and create a need, if you like. And same again for the internal champions and end users, because the worst thing that we can do is, if we've actually managed to get in front of someone that is an ideal prospect, if that message doesn't resonate, then that's potentially a lost opportunity. So tailoring and curating those personas is a really valuable way of making sure that when you get in front, that message really hits. Now, linked to that, and this week's key learning, actually comes off the back of a webinar I was on last night with the brilliant Louis Grenier of the Everyone Hates Marketers podcast, which I cannot recommend enough. Really, really great resource. And one thing that he spoke about when he's fielding a number of issues was all about a bleeding neck problem. And so this actually ties into the personas, if you like. So instead of wasting time potentially scattering a wide net, really just focus in on those people who have a bleeding neck problem that you can solve. So in a similar way to creating our personas, identify almost that ideal customer profile for you and just focus on them. So yeah, you might miss a few opportunities which perhaps don't fit in the general remit, but those opportunities that you do secure are going to be with individuals who have a much higher chance of converting. And I think that's really important, especially early on, because as budgets are tight and as time and resource are also tight, we maybe don't have the chance to get in front of a wide net and be as lucky to just think that they'll come to us. So really focus in on that message and find the people who have a bleeding neck problem that you can solve. Now, last of all is our inspiration piece for the week. Now, as I'm sure we've all seen, the Bernie memes have been doing the rounds for over a week now. But how do we turn what is effectively, a meme, a bit of social excitement, into a really exciting marketing opportunity? Now, this was done on a couple of occasions, one of which was done by IKEA's actual PR agency in Greece, and the other was created as a bit of fun by the Rise at 7 agency based in Sheffield. And it was all about how we can turn a cultural event, if you like, or what is trending at the time, into a bit of viral marketing for ourselves. And both of them effectively created a get the look for what Bernie was wearing, with a chair and with some oven gloves. And I just really liked that, because it captured something that was exciting and engaging at the time, whilst also allowing to be on brand message and get IKEA in front of even more people. Now, I appreciate they aren't a brand who struggle to get in front of people, but being able to do so in a way that is engaging and fun, it goes so much further and it's so much more powerful. So the inspiration for this week is to be a bit more like Bernie, I guess. And that's it for this week's episode. Really appreciate you keeping watching. Please like and comment and get involved, share some ideas of things that you've seen that you might want to shout about. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.